Welcome back to Tiny Space Academy. We are going to start the missions here in this episode, part 2. So, I am the director, and I have come to looking for a mission, and it is First in Space. And we are going to do First in Space just like we did in the tutorial. We're going to get a crew capsule, and then we are going to put a nice little parachute on top of that. And then after that, we're going to need a decoupler. So the small one's too small there. We'll just get the extra small is too small. We'll get a small. There we go. And now we're going to put the biggest fuel tank that we have. And then we'll put a first stage engine on there. There we go. And then that should do it. We should be able just to launch this, go straight, pretty much straight up. Maybe a little left, but pretty much straight up. Just a little bit left there. Tip this thing down. Alright, we got our achievement, Space Conqueror, for sending an astronaut into space within the missions. And we can decouple this. There we go. And now we have our capsule that is apart from the fuel, basically the spent fuel and the engine. So now we're just going to glide on back down. When we get into the atmosphere, we'll go ahead and deploy the parachute. And we should get 50 science out of this, so that'll be very nice. Right now we have 0 science. No science. Alright, so here we go. We're coming back down in the atmosphere. And we're going to deploy our chute. Coming down through the clouds. Yeah, it looks like we're going to get a splashdown. Very close to that island. So that should be very nice, and we should be able to complete this mission. Get a landing. There we go. Congratulations. We got $850 plus 70 for the recover plus 50 science. All right, so let's take a look at the next mission. This should be familiar to those who've seen the tutorial. We are going to put a satellite in orbit and have a small science module. And we'll close that. And now we're able to do research for the first time. So let's go ahead and take a look at the research. Probably the first thing that I want to do is get more science. So let's see if there's anything that gives us science. This little satellite dish gives us 50% bonus research. So I say we go for this one. There we go. All right, so we have a satellite orbiter. We can put this satellite dish on this satellite orbiter here. So let's get a drone. We're not going to have a crew this time. We'll just have a drone. There we go. And then we're going to need to get some kind of science module, right? I think that's a small science module is what we need for this one. So we'll attach that right underneath there. And then we're going to need a battery. And then we're going to need a solar panel to charge that up so that we can run the science. We'll go ahead and put that right there on the top. And then we'll put our dish right there on the top of that so that we can get some extra science from that. I think that'll work. Not sure if those two components being on kind of on top of each other is okay, but I think it might be. So let's try it. We're gonna have a little fuel tank here, and we'll have. I think that one might be too small. I think. Well, let's just go for it. It doesn't have much fuel in it, but we'll put a little tiny engine on there, and then we'll have a decoupler. There we go. And then we'll put a fairing. All right, that's looking good. And then we will have our big fuel tank and our first stage engine. All right. Well, let's see if this works. I was trying to bring the whole rocket down. Doesn't, no, looks like that's right in the middle. All right, well, let's just try it. Let's launch it. All right, we are off. We're pretty much going straight up. I'm going to tip it a little bit now, but we're getting up there, so I'll hit the whole entire thing just went away. Wow. I don't have, oh man, this is not good. This is a bad trajectory. I'd say this is just a bad flight. I don't think we're going to be able to make it here. Yeah, I'm going to crash into the, there's no orbit here. Yeah. I have a feeling that I'm going to need to basically go back to the launch pad, figure out what happened with all that, the stages, and get a better flight plan. Something happened where the whole thing just, like, the fairing, everything just went at the same time. They might be on the same stage, so I'm just gonna have to basically just restart this flight. All right, let's reset it. Okay, let's take a look at trying to do better this time. Yeah, the fairing, let's get that off first. There we go. All right, now we can throttle down. Now we'll decouple. And then now we'll just spread this thing out a little bit. There we go. And we're in orbit. So we need to do two times around. What first we're going to do is we're going to deploy our solar panels. There we go. So we can charge that thing up, get up to 125 power in order to be able to do the science. There we're at 125. We should be able to just go ahead and do the science. All right. I actually I brought my solar panels in because I didn't know if that satellite dish is functional with the solar panels up. It probably is, but anyway, I just thought I'd just bring it down. So anyway, we're doing the science here. Instead of getting 2 science, I think we're going to get 3 science for it. So we have, we launched this thing into orbit. And yeah, we got 3 science, so now we're up to 8. So I think that just got us an extra point. And there we go. We completed the mission. We have $900 and 50 more science. So we're doing pretty good here. All right, the next mission is a crewed orbiter. And I'm pretty sure we did that in the tutorial. I think that was the last part of the tutorial that we did. I don't know if we, I don't remember if we went to the moon or not. We might have gone to the moon and put something in orbit there, maybe not. But anyway, we do have 58 science and $2,970 now. So this next mission, we gotta basically put a crew member in orbit and then bring him back down without dying. And that's the hard part, I think. So let's do it with a small capsule there, a little crew capsule. Put the parachute on top. And then since we're in orbit, we're going to need to have some kind of vacuum engine plus a fuel tank. So we'll put on a decoupler. There we go. And then we'll put on either a small fuel tank or probably that one, I would say. Yeah, that one's got enough fuel to get us kind of around where we need to go. We'll put a little vacuum engine on there, and then we'll put a small decoupler, which will come with a fairing for that. So what I'm going to try to do is bring this capsule down with the with some parts, extra parts, so that I can get some extra money off that if I can recover it. I'm just hoping it's not too heavy and it's going to cause my astronaut to die. So let's see here. Now we're up in orbit here. Let's decouple. Let's turn down the throttle, decouple it, and then let's try to get some kind of orbit here. Let's stretch this out a little bit, get out of the atmosphere. And that was a failure. That did not get high enough. So I think that I can get there though if I just manage this a little bit better. So let's try it again. Let's go up here and let's tip it over a little bit quicker. Let's get it way up there. And let's try to do this a little bit quicker here. There we go. I think that's the key. Really, I think that's the key, is that if you wait too long and you start getting back down the atmosphere, that engine does not have good efficiency, and so you kind of get in trouble. But that right there is an easy orbit. See, and I've got 18 of 25 fuel left. So you start burning that engine there in the atmosphere, you're not going to have a good time. So we have to go around the Earth, a complete orbit there. And we just did. And now we just need to go back down. So I should be able just to point this thing, fire it up, and have it descend into the atmosphere. And all we've got left is the parachute. So let's speed up time. And we should be coming down here and in the atmosphere pretty soon. There we go. And I tried to just deploy the parachute just a little bit early, too early. It says you can't deploy it in space, but you can deploy it here in the atmosphere. So we're coming down, and then this thing should deploy. There we go. It's a little bit fast, but yep. We were able to recover $102 from that. That's good. 75 science plus another 1,000. All right, so the next mission is going to be an orbital research mission, and that will be in the next episode. So we're going to need a medium science module, and we're going to do some science up in space. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this. We'll see you next time.